Blessings. We will say that Hathor and Isis has joined forces and are here together, greeting you with our blessing. We kept the light language lesson quite brief, so you have the opportunity to experience different aspects of the channeling, including aspects that your mind can comprehend. So with light language, the transmission works on pathways that are subconscious. 99% of it stays in your subconscious. However, with verbal channeling, using words that you can understand, it is a more integrative practice at this time, as you get to both understand some of it with your logical mind, but then also accept the non-logical, more expansive part of it. The frequency that comes with the channeling is still there. However, your mind gets to engage in a different way. And the benefit, as we mentioned, that you are all moving towards integration. And integrating the inner and the outer is a part of this process you are all experiencing at this time. We will stop ourselves once again to keep it brief, and will allow you to lead the conversation and ask us questions. And of course, feel free, if you do want to pick up on anything that we have said, you may do so as well. Yes, that is an excellent question. And as you know, we do not invite you to turn off your masculinity and only nurture your femininity. What you are asked as an individual is to find the balance, the optimal personal balance for you within yourself. Now, because your world has been mainly masculine, the individuals represent the same fractal, and most of you are not balanced because of this over-masculinity. So you may ask, what do I do? So you must find the place within yourself that is soft and loving and gentle, as these, more than any other traits, exemplify the feminine. So there are times that you must be stern, yes. There are times that you must stand your ground, yes. However, you will feel, if you are in the flow, if you are present, you will feel if you're doing it and you are resisting, you are moving away from flow, or are you standing in your power? And if you're standing in your power, then it is a balanced act. It is an empowered act that does not need modification. However, if you notice harshness within yourself, judgment within yourself, which is natural to humans, then you must exercise that feminine strength of finding gentleness within yourself, finding a place of softness that breaks the judgment, acceptance and love that transcend any judgment. And we use the word transcend because it includes the judgment. So it is a more expansive way of being that includes your masculine traits. However, keeping them in the flow, keeping them in balance. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
You are very welcome.
Hathor and Isis, thanks for being here and answering my questions. Question is, what practices and how do we know that?
Yes. So we will say that you can invite us directly. So one of the best way to connect to any essence is to invite it into your life, invite it into your beingness, and doing so regularly. So let us say that you set in your mind the intention, the desire to connect to Isis, to the femininity and magic that is Isis. You could spend 10 minutes a day inviting Isis to integrate with you, inviting the Isis essence into your being, and just spend those 10 minutes open. Place your invitation and then be open to whatever comes up. And you may not be aware of anything coming up. However, the integration has begun. And as we mentioned, it is so for any essence you would like to integrate into your being. So let's say you would like to integrate angelic essence into your being. The practice would be the same. You must invite it regularly and then be open for the integration to take place. The change may be sudden or may be gradual, depending on many factors. One of the factors is your level of awareness. As often, essences are already there for you. What is lacking is your ability to recognize them, to detect them, to discern them, as it is a subtle realm. So increasing your awareness just by practicing this openness and this daily integration will surely increase both your integration with that essence and your awareness of it so you can recognize it. Now we will also mention that the feminine essence is very closely related to water. So not only the consciousness of water, the physicality of water. So if you spend time with water in a creative, fluid way, you are in essence tapping further deeply into your femininity. You are very welcome. We will take the next question.
Hello, guys.
Greetings.
Can you tell us more about 5D?
Yes, 5D sexuality is quite different than the sexuality you are accustomed to, as some of you may be disappointed to know that 5D sexuality may or may not include touch. So 5D sexuality is sexuality that is based on consciousness and energy rather than on physicality. And for the ones of you who were disappointed, you may be relieved to know that the sensation is actually more ecstatic than the one of the physical touch. So you are not losing anything by giving up the touch. However, you are and you will be attuning yourself to higher and higher frequencies where energy will become not something that you can ignore. It will become as palpable and as real as anything that you can see and touch around you. So in 5D sexuality, the connection and intention between the individuals is extremely important, and their ability to focus and concentrate their energy in that way for that purpose. So it does take mastery and skill. However, it is very rewarding. Does this answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
We have time for one more question. Quick.
Quick.
Yes, we tend to have this gender inequality.
Yes, it is happening, and it is happening naturally. However, it is not a smooth process, as a part of it, as we said, is women rising into position of power. However, power structure in your society is very masculine in nature. So it is not a smooth process. There will be a lot of ups and downs and a lot of hiccups along the way of your society learning to accept softness and vulnerability as strength. So the whole paradigm of society of what does it mean to be strong, what does it mean to be courageous is shifting. And as it is shifting, different kinds of authority and decision making is going to become accepted. And that is when the feminine strength can really shine and really bring balance into the system. So it's going to take some work. You are very welcome. So it seems like we ran out of time for today. Unfortunately, we cannot take you fully into our dimension where time is not an issue. So we will respect your linear experience at this time. Of course, we say so with jest and love and appreciation and hope you receive it that way. We want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for holding this space, for being willing to show up and then actually showing up in this way. Please give yourself the love and credit you deserve. Do not take yourself for granted. Just as you appreciate us for showing up, do so for yourself as well. And with these words, we will send you our love and gratitude and bring you Yafi back.